We are going to go into this next game, and I say Nick's game, where we have Sizzling Hot Pressure. It's Nick's game. It's the sole developer, so if you have any worries or anything, send Nick over. But we are going to start to go over the builds, even though we have 4 players per team at the moment. I'm going to start going through the red teams. So Sizzling Hot Pressure, and yes, you do see Lord Halsef 2 spaces below that, playing Mesmer today, apparently, with 2 Mesmers. I'm not too sure how well that's going to go, but we'll have to wait and see. Eternia currently playing, more than likely, Dagger Elementalist, which is what he is playing. He's going to be going with the Holbrack rune, so a little bit more defensive on that, but still building up a lot of might stacks as well. Could be in 1v1 significantly. Sometimes that's what situation he's put into. Then we're going to jump over to Jack Drazer, who we're going to call him Drazer because that's who he is, and he's playing a Shatter Mesmer with the Greatsword and also the Staff offhand. Staff in the other set, and he's going for the Traveller rune, which means we will more than likely see. Oh god, 2 mowers, Nick.
Oh damn!
Blimey,
I mean, 2 mesmers is
that,
but
yeah.
2 mowers.
We've
on
got
2 mesmers.
Actually, in this team setup, completely ignore. Oh no! Actually, okay. Let's go back to Halsef. Let's go back to Halsef because I just revealed something I thought might be the case if they were going to run 2 mesmers, and we're going to see something a little bit more old school coming back. Rune the pack there for Halsef. He's going to be going full Zerker. He's also using the polymorph mower, and actually, Halsef is using the staff more and more on these maps now, and so is Draze there. So Fofire is a little bit more open, which is another reason why I think, you know, also with the stealth movement, he can actually get some nice parkour action in over on the quarry, over on Fofire. So that's probably why he starts to use that. Other various reasons is that he does obviously as well. I might have to have a little word with him as he starts to get a little bit more certain with that kind of weapon set on those maps. But Toad is the man who normally would play Bunker Guardian, or used to play Bunker Guardian quite heavily.
Way back when? Oh wait, what?
Is playing it today. That was the lead up, Nick, you see.
Yeah, yeah. We're seeing an Ultra Sequeling Guardian, I think for the first time in how many weeks?
I've seen it once or twice in random games, like one of the French games I saw it, and one higher tier game, I guess, or in the ESL Weekly, but we haven't seen this in top tier ESL Go4GW2 Cup play for a while now, a month maybe or so. And yeah, I mean, this build operates around the altruistic healing where he gives his boons to allies. He wants to be in team fights. If he's not in team fights and he's in a 1v1, he's bunkering the node. He's just trying to survive until someone can come and actually bring the team fight to him, because that's where he's the most useful. And the reason they've got this Bunker Guardian playing is because they have a lot of DPS on this team. They have Karzes, who is going to be the final member, and he's going to be paying that Panic Strike DP thief with the pack rune. Also, he's going to go with the Blinding Powder instead of that Signet. So this could be actually this will be nice. I mean, Eternia will be probably holding caps a little bit more, to be honest, but
this will be an interesting match. The portals, the mowers everywhere, because on the other side, if I may be so bold to go for 55 HP monks, we also have a Mesmer, but first off, we're going to start off with Carside. Carside playing Dagger Elemental Celestial, of course, with the Holbrack rune, only with the slight difference that he is choosing the Mist form instead of Cleansing Fire, correct? Cleansing Fire? Is it Cleansing Fire? It is Cleansing Fire.
Oh, yeah.
I remember that correctly, so a bit more defensive there. For Carside, Zan is playing a Celestial Rifle Engineer. He's going for the Vampirism rune, and I've seen that you like to play with that.
I have been playing with it, yeah, because you still get those tool belt skills up on the top, and actually it's going to be especially good with Elixir S if you think about that, because not only can he go into Mist form, he can actually go stealth, I guess, because I've not actually seen if that happens, a stealth Mist form. Is that possible with that? I'm not sure. I'm not going to say, because I don't know, but he can use it straight after or just before as well. So.
And then we also have the Elixir S on him, so 2 complete hard counters against Burst. So he's going to be difficult to kill, at least difficult to insta-burst. That is pretty much taken out of the equation. Then we have Issei on something a bit different. It's been really a while since I've seen him on a warrior, and he's playing Sharp Warrior now, called Rainbow Ruse. That is, of course, Issei, but we are going to call him either Ruse or Rainbow, one of the two. Then next up, we're seeing a lot of mixing and matching here between the teams. TCG, already we've seen 2 TCG members on Big D, and now 1 TCG member in Sizzling Hot Pressure. Now here's a Your Goose is Cooked Salt member in 55.
He was playing yesterday in the French tournament as well. Another team.
By the name of Trebux, he's playing a Dagger Pistol Panic Strike Thief, and is also going for the Infiltrator Signet. We've seen a lot less, we've seen no Blinding Powder at all today. They've all been going with the Infiltrator Signet.
Karzes is in Blinding Powder at the moment.
Oh, damn.
Yep, sorry.
Okay, we've seen 1 Blinding Powder today.
I just went for
everyone else is running Infiltrator Signet. Okay, and then last but not least, it's Misha Shelly on the Mesmer again. And there we have another mower and another portal on the other team, but still 3 portals, 3 mowers in this game. This is going to be fun.
It is going to be fun. I'm looking forward to this, actually. I mean, someone's just told me as well, that has whispered me, because I've not actually tested it myself, which I should have done. The stealth does work with the Mistform, apparently, so that's quite an interesting thing to know. And yeah, I mean, Trebux is actually really someone to look out for, and has been for a while, because he's a very good thief. I've been seeing him play recently. He's doing a great job. He's got some nice rotational knowledge, and his mobility is fantastic. He did a great job yesterday, and he did a great job in the weekly cup in the final.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's definitely a thief to work out.
And now
in the future.
We haven't seen 55 for quite a while, because they had in the last couple of weeks trouble getting past the semi-finals in these Go4s. I think the last one was, I have it up here, week 18. That we saw them taking the first place, then second place 19, and then fourth, third, and... Oh wait, we had a second in the last one? No, that's not right. Is that right?
Last week? No, they weren't. No, not last week. Last week was TCG versus Sources and Hot Pressure.
That's a bug on the page then.
Okay. Alright, fair play.
Oh no, wait, today is 23. Okay, it says the 23rd already. Apparently they are taking second place. The ESL website is definitely able to tell the future. So let's see if it's right. But yeah, 55 again. We often pick then the other semi. For some reason, it just came down to that. Now we're seeing 55 again in a bit of a different setup, but also on the side of Sizzling Hot Pressure, it's a lot different than usual. So let's see what comes of all this switching around. And let's have a look at the splits.
Both teams are stealthed. 4 man out for red, 2 for blue. No one's going to initiate any damage for that cross. Not even Zan offering up some grenades there, which is probably a good idea, to be honest, because he probably would have been jumped upon. And uses that Elixir S toolkit ability to get some stealth over towards the mid. He's going to be pulled out of that. We can see the 1v1 versus the Bunker Guardian. Surprised that no other red team members are going to head there, although they have gone around the back to try and engage over onto Misha, who did go for the cross himself. And now we're going to see Karzes trying to take him out, and does quite early, along with Lord Helseth. So we've seen inevitably we've got 2 Mesmers, so there's always going to be a potential for a Pain Train team to be engaged on these fights somewhere.
It was a good idea that he stuck with the Fiery Greatsword there, because otherwise he would have been down and not even getting away from the henge. This way, still down, but made it a bit further. Maybe a moral victory on that part. But yeah, now 1 cap for each team at the moment. It's looking good for HoT in the mid fight. They seem to have the upper hand. Trebux currently the back point defender, having an eye out for that. And Misha Shelly might just run into Drazen. We're going to see a Mesmer 1v1.
Yeah, and Zan actually was in a bit of trouble, but again the team are rallying around quite well between them. Actually, Zan needs to get just below the keep to try and line assault one of the Mesmers, trying to damage him from above. We have actually got Helseth pushing forward. Back point defender will be Draze, and this is very odd to see Mesmer and Thief combination doing the back point holding.
Yeah, and now we also see the midpoint being capped by HoT. That was just a bit too much pressure. They took a lot of the cap earlier, and Karsype was still on there, keeping it neutral, but it was just a bit too risky. You would have had to sacrifice too much to really get that cap. So now they're giving them the cap and they're trying to just win it in the team fight off point. Trying to go for Kaze. He's already having some trouble. Manages to escape a bit. Now turning it around on Misha, but the rest comes through. So where's going to be the next engage? Trebek's actually hiding behind the keep now.
I mean, what happened there was this Kazes went down first. Red team res quite well, and then, you know, like you said, Misha went down there, and both teams rallying quite well, supporting quite effectively. Kazes gets caught out on the side there, and he's going to go down quite low. Trebek did pick his target really nicely, but also he went down just shortly after. If they can actually just get him cleared, they need to put a little bit of healing down onto Trebek really quickly. Kazes is probably going to get up here. He does get raised, and Trebek's still in the down state, even though he initiated that kill, didn't get the support he needed from 55 HP monks to get revived. So unfortunately not winning out in the end. He did a great job at trying to get that point, get that kill, but the support just didn't come in the end afterwards.
And that is now going to be difficult for 55. We actually have, we have it down. Draze got caught out just by Issei or Rainbow Roost chasing him, but the rest is hard. Now we have the burning down. He can't really go for the rest of Draze. Now Eternia as well for the support there. We saw Hellset. No, wait, who was it? It was Eternia all along. Never mind. I got confused there, but now Misha, another Mesmer down. We have too many of those. It's getting confusing.
we could just say red team.
And Moa.
Are you just saying that randomly, or it happened?
Yes,
it did happen over on the henge.
It did happen. But Toad again for the hard rest, the altruistic heating bunker.
Too much. Trebek is down again. Just in the distance behind. There's Cleave on him, but they need to think about Trebek here as well. Otherwise, he will go down. We can see Kaz's down as well. Did we see them? We saw a portal come out. There's so many down corpses here. Red team are losing out on this node, and Toad is already down as well. 55 HP monks have punished them, and they've got that portal ready to move towards mid in a potential full team action onto approximately 0 people. Anyway,
0 people. There's just no one left on the map. We only see 2 lonely Mesmers. Oh well, they can keep each other company, and with the illusions, it might be a party. But one down already. Trebek's going on the engage on Hellset Draze, trying to go for the hard rest. Do we see the cluster bombs? But Eternia there after the respawn also. He's doing good damage, and he could actually get him down as well. 2 downs on that side. Hellset back up, trying to pull the invul, but there's just too much chase on him. He can't go through the portal. Was that even his portal? There are too many portals.
There was a Mesmer death party right there.
It shouldn't be their portal.
There was 2 portals. Yeah, was that one portal from one place literally that close, or was it that they escaped?
It was just a complete team fight portal. Now 55 cleaning up here from the big team wipe. They're getting the next kill, the follow-up kill, and that could potentially roll over the mine afterwards. They're in a good position there. They need to get Toad down. Toad in the altruistic healing bunker at the moment. There for the very, very aggressive reses.
But no one's with him. This is not a good place to be.
At the moment, the lonely backpoint bunker, or the lonely point bunker, not necessarily backpoint, but he's just on a point, and that's something we haven't seen in a while.
Yeah, I mean, they had Hellseth respawning. Well, should do that actually. Just mix the respawn into their name. But actually, coming in for the respawn, he wasn't able to get there quick enough, which is probably another reason why Toad did decide to hold that point in the end. Unfortunately, he did die quite quickly for the team of Sizzling Hot Pressure. Hellseth is going to go down here as well. 2 members dead and respawning. Toad is already on his way over onto the henge now. But the red team are not having too much luck, as we do see Draze fall over on the mid. So again, they've been in this game for a good while with about 4 players on the map at any one time. And this is a good move from 55 HP monks. I mean, from any team, to be fair. If you can get those kills out and limit the amount of players on the map, you're always going to be able to rotate them as long as you're moving efficiently yourself, which should be the case in this top tier play.
Yeah, this kind of, let's call it chaotic. The chaotic rotations that are going on, just due to the fact that we have 2 Mesmers. And also, I mean, not only that, it's a bit all over the place in general, but that kind of forces Toad into weird situations for a bunker guardian. Being the one that gets the decap and the full cap on the far node, being the one that holds the point by himself against a couple of people. I mean, okay, he's good in that situation, but it's still not a situation he should be in. But it's not by choice, more being forced into that by the weird situation they were in general.
Yeah, it is, you're right though, it's tough, and I feel like to a degree they need to be using Eternia in that position more, to be honest. I mean, now he's going for the 1v1 over on the side with Draze there, so he should be able to take out Zan relatively soon, really just because they're in a 2v1 situation, not because Zan is bad. You know, he's in a position where he's actually defending for a lot longer than most engineers would be able to. But he's doing a great job, and he is going to make the sensible decision. If you're in a 1v2, don't die. Don't be in the situation that Red Team were just in, because that is not useful for your team.
But maybe they're going to be able to turn around Carside just with some really good moves in sort of guessing where the down players are. Were in refuge, a couple of knockbacks there really held him down, but not coming off ahead. Misha down on the side, so 4 people on the side of 55 at the moment, and the double cap again now taking the lead. HoT almost wanted to say TCG because that's just Helseth.
Yeah.
It's kind of where my mind goes with that. Trabex, the next kill, they get the follow-up. Ported himself down, maybe in a position to rest.
It's a good place, but he's so low. Someone's going for the down, I wouldn't even bother. Just cleave him out. He's on about like 10% HP in down state. Don't need to go for the down on the thief. And then we're just going to see the Red Team just bunker down hard on this node. Blue Team need to think about going for the mine, which is exactly what they did. Misha's just going to get the decap, a nice sword number 2 there to make sure Helseth's not going to get any damage or knockback or anything on him there. So good job, Helseth's going to have the distortion shatter himself to make sure he goes involved, as we see some damage coming out from Rainbow Ruse over here, over on the mine. So we've got 2v2 situation developing over here. Over towards the bottom of the keep, we have seen Draze taken out, and actually Blue Team could think about pushing to mid, and that's what Zan's going to do. He could get the decap against Toad, but Toad has to have some stability there. This is the team where it actually do have stability now being less of a thing actually in Guild Wars 2 sPVP, mainly because we don't see those bunker guardians anymore.
Oh, but we have Toad now kind of stuck on the key point, but with an open henge. So Toad again roaming in bunker guardian. Now going for the decap on the henge. We have Draze keeping Zan occupied. He might try and move all of this towards the keep, while we still have that really big team fight going on the henge. Now the hard press on Helseth, bringing him back up. The Moa is a bit too slow there, but Eternia is still going to go down from falling damage. Instant death because he fell down.
And 55 need to move fast. I mean, like you said, I mean, letting the bunker guardian just roam like that isn't is like, they should have got the advantage really over on the mine a lot quicker, and I'm surprised they didn't. So Red Team actually are doing a good job here. They're rotating well, but their bunker guardian now has almost just put himself out of that mini team fight over on the mid. So okay, they've picked up a cap, but they've lost the mid cap, and actually if they do kill anyone on 55 HP monks, they can respawn and get to that cap very quickly. So they just need to think about that, but in the end they still won out really overall.
But now again we kind of see HoT just with their setup, with having a bunker guardian, from time to time taking a page out of the 55 playbook.
Yeah.
Just having the bunker guardian to occupy people, to keep them on one spot, trying to force the enemy into committing with 2 or more people to getting that bunker guardian down. But now he's just the point defender on the henge, a bit left alone, and really not of much use, to be honest. But we have seen the keeping people occupied and then moving with the aggression to another point where really, if the aggression pays off, okay, but if it doesn't, you basically have a full team wipe.
I mean, Eternia in a way could just go full on bunker, like he could go full on healing stats and whatnot. I mean, he's building might for his team, but if you think about it, like people, I mean, unless they're really close to him and on node, they're not going to benefit massively from that might stacking from Holbrecht. So he could actually go like full on bunker, and they probably would see, alright, a little bit less damage, because obviously you'll see might stacks thrown out here and there, but in the end, I don't think it would do them a massive amount of harm. Because
and the res might actually come out. We didn't see any poison there. Rainbow Ruse getting back up, just a hard res on that point. We saw
so close, Nick.
Moa, and then actually the down of Ise. We see Ise almost down again. He's trying to escape. Is the healing signet going to be enough against the burning?
Yes.
Yes, it
no,
will. Can't. Kaze can add to that damage, trying to get him down. Misha with his shatter, bringing Kaze in a difficult spot, but 2 people. That means Misha has to run. The decap came out on the midpoint, and Red now really gaining an advantage. Decap from Treyberg, so he's basically completely negating that move, and now 55 picking up.
Same thing.
No, almost. It's so close. As you said, a couple of points coming in from the stomps. But now the double cap might really bring them in the last situation they needed. This seems almost over, but we still have creatures.
Yeah, but Red Team are going for it. It's the best time.
Good idea.
Best time, yeah. They've got some kills on the map. They've got someone in downstate as well, respawn abilities, and 55 HP monks have really messed up towards the end of this game. And we're going to see the Preacher pick up, bring it ahead for Sizzling Hot Pressure. Good performance from those guys, actually. Good job. And 55 HP monks had that 2 cap at like 400 points, and I thought they were going to actually fall into the lead, and we're going to have a bit of a closer game towards the end, even on a boss pickup. Okay, but I'm actually just as Drazis, I've gone to Drazis, check out his build. He just goes away. Don't do that to me. Oh, there we go. He's back. So he's playing DPS Ranger. This is full-on damage mode right here. It's really good. The read the wind trait is very, you could read it yourself. Longbow and harpoon projectile velocity is increased. And while wielding a longbow, your attack speed is increased. That trait is ridiculously horrible, especially in combination with the second ability. And anything which involves arrows is horrible to your face.
Yes. Makes the longbow of a ranger look like a machine gun.
Yeah, exactly. It's so true.
Rapid fire, and off we go.
Yeah, exactly. So I am going to go into game so you can actually see what I'm talking about, because we were still in the actual cams there, and he keeps drooping in and out, so it's not too bad. You haven't really missed anything. I just picked up on the one trait. Okay, is he having issues? It doesn't want them to know that they're playing Ranger? Okay.
Well, really, is it that much of a secret?
I don't think so. But he's...
oh, we're on full fire. What is Drazé playing?
Yeah. And yeah, Strength of Spirit is good, because you're going to pick up the Vitality from the Berserker's Amulet and turn that into power as well. So nice survivability comes out in terms of the lightning reflexes, and also Entangle can be used defensively as well as offensively, as I've mentioned in the past, and his condition removal will be that Signet of Renewal there, and obviously Signet of Stone is your standard kind of survivable utility for this build, which is very useful. And also we've got the counter-attack block coming out over on the Greatsword 4 for the Rangers. So it's going to be interesting to see how they deal with him. He's still got a bit of mobility there. He's got the stealth on the third skill on the longbow, where he can actually use that to reposition himself. He's got the Signet of Stone there. He's got the speed coming out with the Greatsword and the Greatsword 3, which is kind of, you can act as a charge, which is actually quite nice. So there is still a bit of mobility, but not as much as the Mesmer would have. But in this map, for the Ranger, you don't really need mobility or mid, because you can just stand here over on the side and range pretty much right across the point. So they need to keep a watch out for him, and people don't, especially on Drazes. So a lot of the time you don't see that damage coming onto him.
What is the hold-up at the moment? We told the teams to go when they're ready, basically as soon as we load it into the map. I mean, team discussion is one thing, but I think they might be ready, and there we go. There comes the last ready up. And then we're going to see the second match of today's semi-finals for the Go4GW2 Cup number 23. It is Legacy of the Fourfire, so again, we have the potential 150 points on the map for an instant win at 350 points on the board. But, as we've seen in the last best of 3, that can also really go wrong if you try it in the wrong situation or execute it slightly wrong. So now, let's have a look at the splits on the blue side. We have 55 HP monks, and on the red side, yes, there's a Hellsith, but it's still hot sizzling pressure.
And on this split, I think the blue team are probably going to take the first kill, because red team are aware that no one from 55 have gone for that split over towards the waterfall, so they don't want to send someone themselves over to the waterfall cap, because they know they'll be losing out somewhere, and that place potentially is going to be on the quarry, where 55 HP monks took full advantage of the fact that Drazes is playing Power Ranger. And this is going to be one of the teams that hopefully will pick up on the fact that he is playing that build, and they definitely would have early on. But we've seen Kazes going for that to counter it in a way, he's had to go over to the waterfall, and they needed to escape from the quarry area they have with a portal, which was dropped into mid, so they can regen and go forward. They are going to stick Eternia over on the waterfall, and now Toad, really, for me, is in a better position, but he's very low on HP and needs to use a lot of utilities and a lot of abilities to survive very early on here. He's got nothing left, and if he survives this, he is ridiculously... Oh, dear. Not really quite enough survivability there, but he gave HoT sizzling pressure enough breathing room to readjust himself. He just took the damage for a while until we saw the actually the people coming out of the portal between waterfall and the midpoint. Now we even see the decap on the quarry, so the pressure from HoT coming out, and then we see the regroup and still holding strong amid just the damage, and we see Eternia in a mower. So Misha pulling that one out. Are we going to see a down? Cripple is on him. The slow down he goes afterwards. Are we going to see a stomp? No, Hellseth also down on the side. Trebex might be the counter kill. The stomp comes first. No mess mobility in down state. Are we going to see the kill? He's going to get rest here.
Side?
Oh no, so low.
Rally comes out. Eternia and Hellseth down. So now falling by the wayside.
Yeah, not good, not looking too good over on the mid for the red team at the moment. Everyone's really here now. EC can withdraw a little bit to make sure that the back cap isn't going to be contested as the respawns come out from red, because obviously it's very close to them, so someone needs to watch it. So that's a good job. As soon as people start to get killed, you need to start spreading out. You can't just get in the same area, and this is exactly what is happening right now. This is more information as well generally for Guild Wars 2 sPVP. Your map awareness needs to be on, and Carsave is going to be a bit cheeky here and try and go for the waterfall decap. Not quick enough, really, unfortunately for him, but it was going to be a bit of a risky move in the first place. Good idea to think about it. Red team still actually getting into the midpoint now as Lord Helseth comes in versus Zanananan, and who's going to be playing Engineer. We do need to jump into his perspective actually, because he might have changed up his build a bit. He has. He's gone for full Rabid Condi Engie, which is going to give him less survivability actually.
But very good choice against two Mesmers.
Exactly. It would have been good against two Mesmers.
Oh yeah, would have been. But well, come on, Dresde also not bad. You can take out Helseth, pretty much sure.
It's not got a massive amount of Condi removal. You're right about that for Dresde as well. Still not as much Condi removal as he would if he was playing, you know, say DPS Guardian and whatnot.
Yeah, but now the support from Toad is still there, and Zan in a 2v1 against Helseth, and Toad might get a lot of damage on Helseth, but I can't really imagine a situation where he's going to get the stomp even if he gets Helseth down. That is kind of the thing with these hard Condi classes, that a 2v1 is possible in that situation, just by kind of surviving as long as you can and trying to stack the conditions on the squishies.
Yeah. We did see actually Trebex getting that decap over on the waterfall. Dresde was a bit late on the point, unfortunately for him. He did a good job at trying to get there as soon as possible. But Dresde is in this situation where the team are rotating so quickly around the map. He can't really get in a point to defend the mid quite well. One, because they haven't got the mid, and two, because the fights are moving to the side cap. So he's not actually been able to use that mid to his advantage too heavily at the moment. We haven't actually seen the down coming out again over on towards the midpoint. Towards the waterfall node from Eternia as well. So Draz's Eternia and also Kaze is probably going to be in a lot of trouble himself and needs to get out of here. He cannot just stay on this node. I mean, he's going to try. He's against Misha, might actually win out in that situation in the end. Trebex is going to come back in now as he's quite low. And as soon as he does, surely he's going to be able to take him out over on this point.
And I almost thought that one...
Misha, look at him. Kazis is doing an epic job in his 1v2. Misha's down! Kazis!
Misha's down,
oh, no way!
The damage is a bit too much.
But here comes Drazis from the side! Look at that damage! Oh! Number 5 skill drops them both! And they're gonna be... Oh, Kazis is a hero!
They need to be...
He's gonna rally off Misha!
Oh! The damage! That was coming in for the support there with the damage in the perfect situation. Kaze, brilliant work in that 2v1. Not quite enough, but it's a difficult task to pull off. But with Draza coming in afterwards, that was a really, really good move. And that is kind of keeping them in the fight here. But now they need to still pull it off with these 3 against 2. Karsaipe together with Rainbow Ruse. That is still something you first need to get rid of.
And this is where, you know, in the end, okay, Kazes did a great job at holding that point 1v2, taking someone into the down state as well, and then Drazes coming in. But 55 HP Monks have just matched it up with an awesome rotation. Okay, they're going to be able to get a lot of damage here. They killed 1 or 2 members of 55, but they've still got that map control there. You know, they've still got 2 cap, and they're getting a decap over on the quarry. How are 55 HP Monks doing this? Rotational play is good. This is what they are good at as well, normally. And you can tell when they don't rotate well, because normally they'll lose the game. But this is the way they're doing it at the moment. They're actually winning this game by the rotation they just did. They've got free cap.
That is kind of the problem if you have a 3 DPS combination and you basically have your 2 bunkers in one spot, and that's on a far node. You can't rotate very easily out of that. It's on a node capped by the enemy, which is kind of questionable, that choice. Hellsov now gonna go get the decap, although we do see a portal. Is that gonna be activated fast enough? Hellsov already ready. There we go. Karsab coming through fast enough, keeping the 3 cap, 100-point lead, 455 already. Draze now pulling back. The mower went into a dodge, I think. Or something else that kept it.
No, he didn't get it. He didn't get it indeed. It must have been a dodge or a block. And yeah, unfortunately, a big cooldown wasted there. That's another 160 seconds. That's 2.5 minutes or so of that cooldown not used. And Karseb's going to be a hard person to get that cooldown off on. He's going to be very aware of it, but, you know, needed to get the point quickly in the kill. So that's what he had to do. And that's the desperation move. But now, because of this free cap, look at the lead that's just been established. They've just broken away completely. 140 points lead again for 55 HP Monks. And they want to bring this into a 1-1 and go into a 3rd map, which we don't normally see on a Go4 Sunday. So we're looking forward to seeing that potentially. Mid cap could be easily decapped here. Several blue team members around opted to go for the res rather than going for the making sure they've actually got the cap point there. And do not know how he got raised at all, because there was so much cleave there. So good job, good perseverance from 55. Trebex needs to be careful himself as he's low, and any cleave that comes onto him there will take him down.
God, are we going to see him fall? No, just barely escaping there with the Fire Greatsword. Karsab getting out of that and now moving over to the waterfall. We saw the other elemental is turning under loads of pressure as well, but he's getting out now with Fiery Greatsword as well. That is kind of the move they're going for here.
Look at the decaps. 55 HP Monks had a free cap going down. They've lost it, and they've lost the quarry node. So, Sizzling Hot Pressure looking forward to coming back into this game. They've taken Misha out as well. They're getting closer to the 350 point mark. Maybe that's a feeling that they're going to go for the Lord. If they've got the damage for it, for sure. They've actually been able to pick up a team member there as well. Misha in the downstate. Still, no one's going to be able to get that res, surely. And they're not going to think about it, and he's going to be taken out here. So it really is going towards Sizzling Hot Pressure in terms of the map presence now. They have 5v4 situation.
Trebex, he's in such a bad spot at the moment. Almost thinking of in a 1v1 against Draze. That's going to be difficult, but no. We didn't see an engage of Draze early on there for Trebex in a good situation. Got the, he didn't get the decap? Oh, I thought he would have gotten that.
Kazes has gone for the decap over on the waterfall. We are actually going to see Zen and Ananan going for the gate. They know that at the moment, their best bet is to go for that, because Sizzling Hot Pressure have picked up the outer 2-point cap, and this is an amazing comeback. And on Faux Fire, the comebacks like this are not that usual. We have a 100-point lead now for 55 HP Monks, which they've kept the same points for about 3 or 4 minutes. They lost out on that early free cap, and really, I thought they were trunking on for a complete lead. There we go. We got Misha. We must have a portal available ready. We do. People are going to start coming through that. And Sizzling Hot Pressure must be aware that this is happening. We're going to see Eternia in the background behind the 2 guys. So we are going to start looking at the Lord situation over towards this position. Nice target there, sir. And this is a good combination of players, but we've got the Moa cooldown as well.
This is complete burst. The Moa comes out, and that is going to be a very quick Lord. I don't think
Draz is coming in.
Do anything against
no.
That. Can Draza maybe stop it? Red still alive.
So low.
Down, and the pressure is too much. There we see the 150 points coming on the side of 55. Just in the nick of time, managing to get this one. Well, in the nick of time. Well, to be honest, they gained control of the map quite well. Got the cap on the waterfall even to really be safe on that. And with the decap, a Toad Karsai 1v1 could have gone on for ages. So they did have some breathing room there. Surprised that TCG was that ill prepared for that Lord Rush. Not TCG, Sizzling Hot Pressure. Sorry.
I mean,
it's
the Hellseth as well.
It's the Hellseth.
But you're right. I mean, it's to a degree almost. I felt like they weren't pulled into that situation, but that cushion of points will give them the advantage for going to the Lord. They could even go for the Lord, maybe even a maximum of 2 times if they did fail on that first one. But it would obviously be very obvious. But the thing to note is as well is that even though they were going for the Lord, they were able to pick up that waterfall cap, so they would have almost held the lead even if they had failed, because we still saw red team members coming in to defend, and by the time they would have killed them and respawned, they would have only just got back into the map themselves. So not too bad for 55 HP monks. I think either way they kind of had that. It was looking good. So we are looking forward to going into the Battle of Kylo now. And we can probably let them know that they can start whenever they would so wish.
Whenever they please.
Whenever they please.
Preferably
sooner rather than later, yes. So, if you had just joined us, we're in the final game of the semi-finals. This is very worthy of a final as well, to be honest. Between Sizzling Hot Pressure and 55 HP Monks, we see one game all in the final map rotation of this game, of this set. Sorry, we will see Battle of Kylo played. And if you are unaware of what goes on in this map, then we have 2 trebuchets, which are on the left and right hand side of your screen. Just kind of off mid as well. Basically, those can be destroyed. They can be taken down to 100% death, and you have to go and get a repair kit. 100% death. Wow, that English. And the repair kit is over on the side, the opposite side of the map, over on the mid. So red team's repair kit is here. Blue team's repair kit is over here, just on the southwest side of the midpoint there. So that is really the big not main mechanic, because you've still got the free capture points, but the mechanic which can come in to bring your team back in, and it does get used more often than not just as something on the respawn, and also just if you need some extra pressure because you are a couple of men down on the map. Otherwise,
the question of the day, I think, will be if we're going to see Draze on a Hellseth again.
I think
Draze on a Hellseth? Oh god.
Wow. I missed that stream. It's okay, we're only in the Guild Wars 2 channel, it's fine.
So, yeah, we are going to see Draze.
It's a good idea.
His Mesmer.
It's a good idea, because Mesmer is an awesome class to have on this map. Portals are going to do him justice, so we're going to see double portal plays, hopefully, from these guys.
Yeah, what do you think? With 2 Mesmers, are they going to try and abuse the trap mechanic?
Well, you could really abuse the trap mechanic if you think about it. Going for the wow, yeah, that's going to be horrible. They could have like permanent trap up.
But I have to say, I don't think the trap is worth it that much. Nah. So most likely it's going to be for mid fights only. But I'm pretty certain that we're going to see trebuchet action from the side of Hot Sizzling Pressure as soon as Sizzling Hot Pressure this way around. As soon as we're going to see a big mid fight.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, hopefully we'll see quick pullouts from the team to get over to different areas of the map. We've seen that a lot more from... We've actually seen that very well played again by Misha. The portal play from Misha today has been exemplary. And also, just generally from 55 HP Monks, we've seen them play pretty solidly, even though they did lose that kind of free cap earlier on, was, a bit debatable as to what happened there, but they did get the kill in the end on the Lord, and they pushed into the 3rd game. So we are looking forward to seeing this matchup here. Just going to double check to see who won the other brackets, if we got results. I'm pretty sure we can maybe... No, we don't have a result as of yet, so if you do know, let us know in chat, or one of the admins can let me know. That would be very awesome. I'm looking forward to seeing how well this game is going to go. Point prediction, Nick?
Point prediction. You want it on the point? Then I'm going to say, oh god, this is going to be random and not really based on facts.
It's It's a bit difficult to predict with two mesmers.
It is, especially kind of the chaotic first match that we saw.
Yeah.
I think we might actually see a bit of a repeat of that. I'm gonna say it's gonna be close. I'm gonna call 460 to 500, 455.
Okay. 500 to 465. It's quite close.
460.
460.
Yeah.
You look very determined.
461. Okay. Bam.
I should have had you on camera then, because your face, I'm just going to go back to him, but your face was you were very determined. Can you do that face for us again?
I have no idea what kind of face I did, so sorry, no.
It was the Focus Nick face. I'm gonna hopefully get another couple of emotes in my channel, and I'm gonna get that face. It's gonna be an emote. It has to. It has to be. Okay, so we are just.
Will I give you permission? Is the question.
Yeah, that's true. We'll have to wait and see on that one.
If the payment is all right, then yeah, sure.
The payment. I'll pay you in cake.
In cake.
In Easter eggs.
Wait. Which one? Cake or
Both.
Easter eggs?
Cake,
that is
eggs.
Pretty crucial.
Eggs in cake. It's fine.
Okay.
It works that way as well. It's gonna be great.
What is gonna be your prediction? Let's put you on the spot as well.
I don't see. I like mesmers on this map, but I think there's a chance to over rotate to a degree. So I think
the RPM are too high.
I think around your points score is going to probably be it, but I'll go with a bit closer. I'll go 500 to 420. But in favour of 55 HP monks.
420 is not closer to 500 than 460.
No, not 460. Not. Oh, sorry. I was thinking you said 360. No, I'm going to go a bit further. Sorry. I'll go 500 versus 410. Wow, I really thought, because the last time we did this prediction, I think it was 360 or 380. I went back to that.
The ready ups are coming in. The ready ups are coming in. Only Misha. Misha, the last person to wait for, and there we go.
Awesome.
Oh, and apparently it's Team Toad now.
Oh, Team Toad.
Team Toad taking the lead.
On the other side, we have Team Luigi.
But it is hot sizzling pressure. No, sizzling hot pressure on the red side.
Hello,
against 55 HP monks on the blue side. This is the last match in best of 3, as you can see by the Kylo being in the map. And we're going to see who advances towards the finals.
Indeed, so as we go into this first map, we're going to see Blue Team doing a major stealth up over towards the windmill. We are going to see Trebax and also Zanananan going for that first decap versus Eternia. A good target to pick up, but he's also a good person to sustain for a little bit of time unless they can get some nice initial burst, which unfortunately they didn't get. Eternia is going to escape quite quickly with Trebax coming in from behind. We are going to see the decap. No decap. We are going to see the escape from Misha there over towards the mid as Kazes comes back and decides to get the cap. Misha decided to back up the mid fight here, and we're probably going to see a bit more, maybe 2 cap action from 55 HP monks here, and trying to bunker down on these points a bit more as they do have a little bit more sustain. Red team do not have a shout bow warrior, so that's actually going to probably pay out quite nicely for 55 in these fights.
55 needs to go for the 2-point, and it needs to be mid and windmill. Because you just can't sustain an outer point cap against 2 mesmers. That will not work.
I like that we agreed so often, so quickly here. But the problem is that they've not gone for that. They've actually left the windmill completely open. And like you said, because they've got 2 mesmers, and Zan is normally really on it with looking after the back point there, which is actually going to be the 4-point because it's windmill, and has left it completely open. Sizzling hot pressure. I was going to call him TCG and a number of teams there. So he can, because they've got so many portals, they could go for those permanent decaps almost. Draz is probably in mid saying, "All right, just use my portal, mate. You're next up. Let's get this done." Do you know what I mean?
He's British.
Well, yeah, that's true. Which I doubt. I'll try and get him to do an English accent at some point.
Okay. Nice. Now, however, we saw the portal come into action. The cap is picked up again. It's like this very... both teams aren't really committing to the mid-fight that much. Now we saw the down of Carside, but just from time to time having a look at the outer points. And now again, 55, and 55 is going for the outer points. Am I going to be completely wrong, or are they not going to be able to sustain that?
2-cap, though, it was technically not completely wrong, because it's been 2-cap. We just didn't say which points. 100%. We said well, windmill.
but yeah, I don't think they can sustain the outer
points.
Not well. It's just going to be too quick. At the moment, we see both cooldowns of...
now they're moving to mid.
Both points of cooldown. But, yeah, no. Just the first engage is already it for that.
Yeah, and that's exactly why they pulled into mid quite quickly. But the thing is, red team can do it just as quickly. They've got 2 portals, which are going to be like, the cooldowns are going to be good on that. And it's not going to be great for 55 HP monks. As quickly as they gain a node, they lose a node. And I'm not sure about my prediction now. I'm seeing the game played. I'm not too sure. I'm going to stick with it because it's still early on in the game. Nice knockback onto Rainbow Ruse there from one of the red team Mesmers. We are going to see the decap on the mansion as well. So 55 HP monks losing out. They're not looking after their caps whatsoever at the moment, and with the mobility that Sizzling Hot Pressure have got, you almost need to leave someone on that point consistently forever, because they're gonna always be going for those decaps. Now what they're getting, 55 HP monks are gonna have to push on all 3 nodes at one point in time just to make sure they're gonna be able to actually be consistent, because now red team, you know, they've picked up another 2-cap, and I'm not saying they have to push on 3 nodes, but they have to be aware of their back point and maybe focus on going for 2-cap as well. I'm not sure how they can be able to counter this, but they do need to watch their back point a lot more.
Oh, portal coming out for mid from 55, and they want to take out HoT immediately. The mower comes out. Will the burst be enough? Immobilized as well.
Should be.
And down goes off point even. So
that was
going to come out. So that was pretty much how you want to play a
They need to get quick though.
55 immediately moving towards the back point again. They want to play the 2-point game. They realize that the outer points are going to be a bit tricky, but Misha going down on the side. Trebax as well. All of the damage potential is kind of gone. Trebax, I think, a bit too offensive for that. A bit too offensive.
The mower came out as well. So not only is there 2 portals, but there's 2 mowers. And it just makes it even more horrible to deal with, because they've got to deal with those 2 massive counters, and the fact that they can rotate so quickly and they can do a lot of damage very quickly as well. So Sizzling Hot Pressure, just stay on the team, people. Give me a break. And are actually pushing really, really far ahead now, and it could be the other way around. So maybe, hopefully, I'm right in terms of the port score, but the opposite way around in terms of teams. It's 55 HP monks.
Ruse as well with immediate aggression towards they're even playing like TCGs. Aggression on the 3rd point as soon as they have the double cap to just keep the down players going. But Karzer now the return kill. Is he going to be finished? We see Eternia go for the hard res. No damage on him. He's porting out of the range, kind of negating the rest there. But now we see both of them back up. Immediate engage back with the Heart Seeker onto Trebax. He's going down. Rainbow Ruse was in vengeance, I think.
Res here. There we go. Res is good.
And the decap on the midpoint. That is very important now. Otherwise, Sizzling Hot Pressure might have just run away with the points immediately. Because on this map, we don't have a get out of jail free card. There's no Svania, there's no Chieftain, there's no Lord. You need to work for the points. And you need to work the capture points or the kills.
Indeed. Xananan doing a good job. A great usage there of the Elixir S as he pulled down. He was getting a really focused, nice, but Trebax came in. Yeah, we've seen some great play on this map so far.
Yes, then we had Drazé go down on the ledge on the side of the clock tower, Eternia going for the rest, and just a knockback of the ledge, completely negating that, making it pretty safe, and also putting Eternia out of position. Oh, Misha is going for the somewhat surprising decap attempt, and now in a 1v1. Trebax also coming in. Maybe they're able to get the burst. Still 30 seconds on the mower, so it's not going to be that quick.
They need to be quick, and they need to think about the mansion. They need to remember, and that is probably what EC's doing. He's hovering on the ledge. He's paranoid as hell because they need to keep that point, and he's literally standing there and watching it. That is what he is doing at the moment. They have a bit of control here. Oh my god! Trip shot comes in from Lord Helseth, and he puts 2 players into the down state of 55 HP monks, And that is an awesome play.
One.
And the res
was done by Jose.
Oh, was he done by Jose? Was it just before? I thought he finished him off. Oh well.
It was.
It wasn't as dramatic.
Even going for the decap, and there we go. It comes through. The reaction not quite fast enough. Going into that burst coming out from Trebek and Misha. Even with the refuge going on, you still kind of know where he is. So you just need to burst in the general direction of him.
And now they're actually going to back this point up with Eternia, who's going to be able to sustain on the cap. And they need to get the kill onto Karzez very quickly. I saw one of the thieves going to miss there.
Yeah, Vampirism Room on Karzez.
There we go, okay. So we got the Vampirism on Karzez. That doesn't help him in the end. Eternia's going to have to line of sight behind that rigging over on the mid, just in behind where the action was. And now the mid cap has been decapped here for 55 HP Monks. So unfortunately, again, not able to come back into the game due to the fact that we have so many portals and so much mobility coming out. And Toad then bunkering down over on the mansion is going to be even more of an issue here.
But 55 could now take advantage of the fact that, again, we have Toad as well as Eternia bunkered on the same point.
Yeah.
So they could try and get something. Jose is actually down. We see the rest coming out from Karzin there, bringing him back up, not able to go through the portal. Oh, and we see him playing with a Shadow Trap. Nice. We've seen that on this map especially a couple of times. So basically even more portal action, even more map. The kind of portal for beginners in form of the Shadow Trap.
Yeah, yeah, portal for beginners. I love that description. That's so good. Okay, we're using that. Hopefully 55 for them. They can actually pick up this midpoint. They might be able to. One tick left. Oh, Karsiv not able to pick up that node. The damage comes in from a couple of Mesmers here. And also the Thief play. We're going to see Misha drop into the down state. We are seeing Toad as well very low. He should be cleaved down and then he's going to be fine. And also Treebex has been just lowered as well. But he's on top. Just in the right place for Rainbow Ruse to come in for the res. Easy, safe res for them. They need to think about getting this cap soon. They've gone for the decap potential over on the windmill. I think that was an over rotation. I do not think that was a good idea there.
I actually think that was a brilliant idea because we had Karsa running away. He was going to die anyways. In this way, he at least pulled pulled the pressure of the midpoint. He pulled 2 people away, and now actually Jose, who just has to stay there until he's down.
True. If they can make sure they get this kill on Helseth.
There we go.
Yeah, but I think they were pushing for a bit more than that. But at least they got but they've already lost the mansion. This is the problem. I mean, I think the move to Windmill was a good one in terms of what you're saying, but they're not looking after that back cap. As soon as they go for that other point, they just completely lose focus of what they're actually trying to achieve in the end, which is a 2 cap. They got it for about 5 seconds because they pushed. Well,
yeah.
But they maybe you can argue as well that they wouldn't have got the mid cap if that push hadn't happened. But I think it's also trial and error. What do we do against 2 Mesmers and a Thief with the my first portal play?
Nice. Nice. Helseth now actually with the engage on the midpoint. He's only up against Karsa. He could maybe get it with a very good knockback, but there's just one of them. And yeah, that's kind of all the potential gone already. Now the mansion is going to be the point to have a look at. The cap comes over for 55, and that will be their opportunity to regain the lead here. Only about 70 points now between these teams. This is kind of the opportune moment, and they need to be very, very careful to not get decapped on their back point and not get overrun on the mid. And that's a big task to really fulfill against this team.
I mean, that's all they need to do now, and I've just drawn on the map. In my opinion, this would be the best idea. Try and hold the mid and the close point. Try and get that lead back, and this is what's happening now. They've gone for the 2 cap, and they're getting the kills because they know where those guys are going to be. If there is a team that is so mobile, close down the area of the map that they have to cover because they're not going to be on Windmill. They're not going to be watching Windmill, so you know the area of the map they're going to be on. They're going to be on the south side of the map. They're going to be here. Limit the space for those classes, for those squishier people. Put them into an area where you can kill them a lot easier and you can take it back. And the lead has diminished significantly now. And hopefully my point score is not going to work out unless they try and actually get this cap back. But now they can do it. They've put those players into the rest of the map. Trebex has gone for the full cap over on the windmill, and we are going to see 55 HP monks picking up the free cap. And this is a good move. But
that is a very, very good time to pick up a free cap, because this is almost nearing the end. We have potentially, in theory, we've got so many portals. I'm gonna get my companion cube in a second. They could just try and portal from point to point and basically roll over the map in a very, very quick fashion. But this would mean a very big win in the team fight here that would initiate that. We have the first decap coming out with the kill on Trevex. Trevex actually trying to rest himself in stealth. That's not gonna be quite enough. And picking up the cap on the windmill, Jose, as soon as he sees him, he's gonna get some damage on him, but would he be fast enough in the general direction? There we go, Trebek's not quite fast enough. And we see 3 downs.
Not
this
good.
Might be the time where they actually can manage this complete wipe.
And why was that, Nick? The initiation of that free cap was the downhill of maybe potentially 55 HP monks, but they've still got the mid. They're bunkered down on this point.
God.
They've got the best people in the situation. Oh no, where's the other mower? Have we got more mowers on standby? Hellsefs is off in 80 seconds. We've still got the point score. Nick, your points prediction is going to be bang on. No way, no way. 500. Oh,
yes.
Nick, good prediction.
Oh. Yeah.
Was it for 55 though?
It was for 55.
Oh!
And 1 point off on both sides. 1 point, because I said 461 to 500.
Oh, you silly bum. That was bang on. Okay, I said 55.
A bit more on the last seconds of that game instead of celebrating my my random prediction there.
But the point was well, I think we knew why that had happened. They bunkered down on mid. There was no portal. There was nothing left for Hellsef and the other Mesmer to get in there and actually offer up in terms of mowers. So we kind of lit up there, but yeah, I was kind of excited about the fact that your prediction was almost bang on. So
yeah,
which I would say it was. We'll take the 1 point from the 500 and we'll put it on 55 and onto sizzling hot pressure. Okay,
and I have to say I'm proud of our really, really bad portal jokes.
So am I.
Yeah,
my first ball.
I'm sticking to them. Oh god, let's go to a break. Let's go to a break.
I thought you said that earlier, but then you laughed. And
come back with the yeah. I said portal for beginners.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Yeah.
I was just reliving your joke that I thought you said, but.